Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's a candy cane pouch. I have to make them every year. I just love a candy cane pouch. In fact, I love candy canes and so do my boys. So I've had to. I made this without candy canes in the house and then I've snuck them in, ready to put together the video for you. I'm very good to my boys. Treat Fridays and all that. Somebody asked me recently if I still do treat Fridays with my boys. Yes, I don't think they'd let me get away with it. Okay, so this one's quite easy to make. It is a pouch. I'm into the pouches this year. And this is the night before paper, so you can see it's all nostalgic and patterned on the outside and then sort of reasonably plain on the inside. And got my candy canes back in there. This is the pattern that would be on this one, but actually I wanted the candy canes on the outside. So anyway, so it's 6 by 6 inches, 15 by 15 centimetres. You don't need to do anything to it. You don't need to cut it down, trim it or anything. But get a 2-inch circle punch and eyeball roughly where the middle is and cut pretty much halfway down. So you're cutting a semicircle. So halfway down. Done. Then you're going to be scoring either side. Now you can use this with a scoring tool or a trimmer. I'm going to use my trimmer because I love it. It's my new favourite thing. So what you're looking for, so I'm going to line up my groove here and I want just a tiny little bit showing over. I'm not going to measure it, I'm just eyeballing it. So not too much, not too little. So there's one, and I'm going to do the same here. That's about a good place, I reckon. So that's gone through, and then you want a little bit, I'm going to turn this way around, just a little bit poking over there that you're going to be putting adhesive on. That's going to be the bottom. So I'm going to make that about 1 centimetre, so that's going to be just under ½ an inch. So that's about a good amount. And that's it. Easy. Easy peasy. So fold those. You don't need to burnish at all. This one perhaps. But it's, to be fair, really, even not then. Oh, I pressed too hard. I've sliced that. Well, it's a good job I've got to cut it away anyway. So looking at the bottom, so obviously that's the top, this is the bottom. Mitre the centre part and cut these away. So you're left with a shaped tab there. And that's going to wrap round and that's going to go over. So you might find that you need to mitre this a little bit as well, and this one. Just so that when it closes up, you can stick it down without any problems. Okay, easy. Sweep that onto the floor. Right, let me get my double-sided tape. I'm still on the one I talked about the other day. I said, oh, I'm going to have to start on a new one soon, and I'm going to announce the date. I don't use other glues. I use this and I use snail. Sometimes, once in a blue moon, I might use Tombow. And it would be a very blue moon if I used that. And obviously I do use dimensionals, but not for closing boxes and bags. So, it's still going strong. I couldn't tell you how long I've been on this one roll. Okay, easy, done. Right, let me get some ribbon. I need that ribbon. Oops, I picked up the wrong one. Here we go. It's the Cherry Cobbler striped ribbon. Is it simply called striped ribbon? Diagonal striped ribbon it's called. And, well, that's interesting. I hadn't looked in detail at that before. It's Cherry Cobbler and the Whisper White are almost exactly the same widths there, but when you turn it over, the white is more dominant. Wow, had not noticed that before. Okay, so I'm going to put mine on and simply stick it down with the same double-sided tape. Oh, I've done it on the wrong side. I meant to have the seam on the inside. The seam is meant to be the other side, so you can't see the seam, but you know, I forgot that bit. Right, and let's do some stamping. So Holly Jolly Christmas is the one that goes with this suite. And when you die cut, or sorry, you stamp all 3 at the same time, and then you die cut all 3 stockings at the same time. I want to go for Father Christmas. That's what I want to do today. So, grab some white cardstock. Oh, he's not fitting on that scrap. That big piece. He's going to fit on there. I probably should have stamped him first and let him dry so that I could blend. Maybe I won't blend. Maybe I will watercolour pencil him instead. So the first time stamping, because this is the first time I've stamped him, with Memento I twist and then I tap to make sure it's well inked. See, beautiful crisp images. I love our red rubber stamps. They are so detailed. So detailed. Right, so let's die cut him out. So I've got a magnetic platform, cutting plate, my image, and then I've got my dies. Jolly Season. Oopsie. And my Father Christmas shape. Okay. I'm hoping he's popped out beautifully. There we go. Oh, he's caught in one little place. Oh, and it's the tiniest little place as well. There we go. So let's pop those down. Actually, you know what? I said that you stamped the 3 stockings and you die cut all 3 in one go. You don't. You die cut 1 in one go. But my memory is appalling. So forgive me for that one. Okay, let me get my cherry cobblers out and throw them around. I'm just going to push down and see if that makes it a little less, it dries off that ink a little bit. I don't want it to smudge, you see, while I pull out various colours for what's going to go in the back of his, in here. Where's my crumb cakes? There we go. Whoopsie. Oh, that's probably enough, isn't it? Okay, so let me start with his bag first. I'm going to zoom in. I love blends. I had my son, Jacob, he sat... Oh, I said I was going to watercolour pencil, didn't I? Apparently not. He, yeah, he sharpened all my watercolour pencils for me the other day. And then he went and sorted through all my blends because I knew that quite a few of them, the tips had gone where I have used them so much. And so he went through them all for me and had a great time. He was scribbling all over the place. And but no, he did a great job for me. There. Nearly forgot. So this is Cherry Cobbler. This is a new one because Cherry Cobbler is clearly a colour I use quite a lot. And the tips had gone. If I knew how to fast forward, I think it would probably be quite funny to watch this fast forwarded. I don't know how to do it, so I will chatter along. How's everybody getting on with their Christmas crafting? Have you started? Have you finished? Let us know. For those of you who finished, but the rest of us to shame. I love Christmas though. I'd say, it's not my favourite weather. You know, we're British, we get 4 flakes of snow and think we've had a white Christmas. It's cold and dreary, but as a time for gathering and enjoying one another's company, and to be fair, actually, how a house looks, I love it, all decorated with fairy lights and Christmas trees and everything. So yeah, Christmas is a favoured time in my house. So I'm just going to select a few bits that I'm going to put the darker blends with. Actually, you know what, I'm going to go all the way around the edges. Why not? I would say the cherry cobbler is one of the better ones, or the easier ones to blend. They do all blend. But you get the blend happens a little, it feels like it naturally happens a little easier with this colour. Okay, black. Oh, I forgot to get the black out. Black boots and gloves. Not blending these. Don't really need the blend on these. Does anybody else feel like they ought to be looking at a picture of Father Christmas when they're colouring him in? I always hesitate around the whole belt area. And then the muff of the top of his boots. Are they white and fluffy? I have to say, as I'm doing this is quite a lot of effort for a candy cane holder, but that's okay by me. That's not a problem. Right. So I'm going the small end of the Daffodil Delight for the belt buckle. And let's do some teddy bears, or parcels. I'm going to use these more like colouring pens than blends now, because it's not, there's not a lot of area to colour or blend as such. So I'm just going to use the 2 different colours of Call Me Clover. I thought I picked out Shaded Spruce. Oops. I have a blue gift back there. This is Night of Navy, this one. Obviously my candy cane. Not very neat when it's teeny tiny. And then my teddy bear. Soft suede. For his ears, his tummy and his nose, his muzzle, I'm going with the lighter soft suede, and then the darker one for his body, arms and head. Isn't he cute? How could Father Christmas be described as cute? He is though. He's a jolly one. Very jolly Father Christmas. Okay, so let me zoom back out. Now I can pop this on my project to finish it up. So I need a couple of candy canes. I have some here. And I'm going to put dimensionals down the back of this one. On here, I did put Believe at the bottom, and actually I fussy cut that. But it's from the same stamp set. But this one just needs Father Christmas on the front. And there we go. This year's candy canes. Sweet, charming, super easy. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.